How's it going, people? We're live, back with another round of Elden Ring. Oh, God. Oh, I'm fucking tired, that's what I am. Ah. But yeah, we're back. We're gonna jump into some more Elden Ring collector run. We stopped off at Ronnie's Rise yesterday because I wanted to actually go ahead and basically do everything that's kind of around this area. By the way, where the hell are my runes? Did I die to something yesterday? Hm. Where did I die? Oh, we died to the painting. Of course, yeah. Well, not to the painting itself, but to the golem that's down there. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna quickly just clear out the area over here. Everything that's kind of behind Carrier Manor. We'll take care of that. Get everything that we can get from here. And then we'll see. We'll see where we'll go next. If we do Raya Lucaria next. I'm not sure if I do want to do Raya Lucaria next. So the thing is, what I said yesterday, we could get ourselves the Relana's cameo in the DLC, which would make the Sword of Night and Flame Ash of War even stronger. There we go. The next armor set and a Lavo tier. We'll gladly take those. So yeah, we could go for some of the DLC stuff for sure. If we wanted to, as I said, Sword of Night and Flame is one of the few weapons that gets boosted by Relana's cameo. So we could go for that. But I've also said it before, I really want to move into like using the Blasphemous Blade. So we'll just have to see. But first we're gonna take care of this, which will give us the meteorite. I don't know if it's called meteorite in this. Okay, he's already getting on my nerves. Sit your ass down. Or don't. Sit your ass down. It is quite an annoying fight. Fuck. But I had some time before the last one came in. There we go. Yep, it's just meteorite. So. The question is, I've said it before, do we do Raya Lucaria? Because again, we wanna respec into Faith to eventually wield the Blasphemous Blade. But at the same time, we need to continue doing the quest for Volcano Mana if we want to get all items. I'm gonna go over there real quick and get myself the Shaded Castle contract thing. The guy that's in front of Shaded Castle. See, it's the thing, we technically can't complete the Rykard fight until we get ourselves until we get to the mountaintops. Because that's where I think it's the last of the Volcano Mana requests. It's the Harslow one. That one is up in the mountaintops of the Giants. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the guy who actually wields the Scorpion Stinger dagger. Which is, you know, quite on the annoying side because of its rot. Here we go. Go and turn that in. Most important part is we need to actually do patches. Like the request that patches has, because again that gives us the magma whip.
It was all the tarnished like the Shah. Our law. If the earth, then we are willing. We at the. If you follow the lords, it cannot. If it cannot.
Okay. So the next one, as I said before, will be, or is it the one that Bernal gives you?
Look at you. I knew you'd take this. As if you should.
Where's the red letter? Let's see. Yep, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But here's the deal. we have the quests now, so if I remember correctly, you can have the quests and still do them even after you ended the Volcano Manor quest. So if you beat Rykard now, you can still go back and basically get the rewards from killing the targets. If I remember correctly, that's a doable thing. That's an option. So what we're gonna do now is we'll make our way through this area to get to the Magma Worm Arena to get the request for patches. I gotta use these at some point. Because I know there's some bosses where people use those on. So I think the plan will be, we'll go in here now, do the last request. Hey Vaughn, how's it going, my dude? How's your shiny hunting going? No, but we'll do this one, get the Magma Whip off of patches. And then... Isn't there a scarab here? Yeah. Once we have that, we'll go into the basement and get ourselves the Mimic tier. And once we have the Mimic tier, we'll go and do Rykard. Because I'm lazy and I'll do Rykard with the Mimic tier together. So we can both spam the Serpent Hunt or Serpent Hunter Ash of War at him. We do have to see if I can, well, not cheese, but skip the God skin. That's another one of those things that I want to try on this run. Since we've been, you know, exploring how we can get around certain enemies. Trying out some cheeses here and there. I want to see if I can do the jump around the God skin. So this area has a bunch of smithing stones, which is nice. We don't really need them because all of the weapons we are using on this run are pretty much somber weapons. The only one I see that I might try out... Not really, I thought about maybe trying out the Anspur Rapier as a obviously normal weapon, but that I think, I don't know if it needs arcane. That's just a smithing stone down there, it's not really worth going back. At least I think it's a smithing stone. It's nothing of importance. It's nothing of importance. Oh yeah, and I gotta go into Celia Crystal Tunnel. Hey Jason, how's it going, my dude? Gotta go into Celia Crystal Tunnel to get not smithing stones, but the Fateful Canvas. And we should go ahead and do Commander O'Neill pretty soon, so that we can start Melina's questline. get ourselves all of the stuff from that. At least the early stuff you can get from it. Because we're gonna have to do the proper quest. I love the fact that I get like at least one pickaxe every time I run through a dungeon like this. I should have like 3 or 4 pickaxe weapons at this point. My day's been pretty okay. Slept till like, I don't know, 12 or something. And then we went over to my grandma's place. Had some cake. You know, talked for a bit, and then we came back. Like what, an hour ago maybe? Not even. And yeah. Then I chilled for a bit and went live. And then we're gonna play some Elden Ring for a bit. And then I'll most likely just do an hour or so of Elden Ring. And then off of stream I'll most likely record some Divinity, because I haven't been really grinding out that stuff too much. Like I have played it a bit more, but I want to get in some hours of that after the stream. Because I don't know, I feel it's, for me it's pretty difficult to stream the game sometimes. But I just like, there's certain games where I like to play them off of stream or videos, because then I can actually focus on the game and like remember things about it and like take notes and stuff. Because I always feel like it makes, you know, the streams a bit awkward if I like stop playing the game and I'll write something down. So that's why, like, I mean, Clair Obscur, we streamed a lot of it. But yeah, that's why I'm like mainly streaming Elden Ring, because Elden Ring is just something that I can just play and comment and or do commentary to, without like, you know, having to really think about what I'm doing. I wouldn't say I can play the game in my sleep. It's not that deep just yet. The thing is, what people hate, or started hating Clair Obscur, which is, first off, the main reason people started like turning against it and hating it is because of how good it actually was. That's the thing, if you get too good, people will start hating. It's with anything. Be it sports, be it at your job, be it video games, be it movies, you get too good, people will start hating you. And cherry picking things, you know? That's, for example, you know, Marvel has that problem of like, they did so well with their whole MCU project, and then it kind of fell off after like Endgame, right? And people have just been constantly clowning on things, especially like even projects that came after that were actually halfway decent are still getting clowned on just because they got too big, they got too popular, that people started hating them. Look at Nickelback. So many people hate Nickelback for no reason, because they were, you know, featured pretty, you know, a good bit during the 2000s, early 2000s. So people will start hating on it, even though it's not that bad. Is it really good? Mm. But it's not as bad as people say it is. But what happened with Clair Obscur? Why the AI stuff? The thing is, they didn't use AI for any like real big things. The reason, so what they did is use a AI picture as a placeholder for a texture, right? You know those like pillars that you know, have different advertisements on them and stuff. Like, they used a AI generated texture as a placeholder on that. And people found out that at one point it was on, like, in the code, but at the time that the game released, it was, you know, removed. It was replaced by a fully normal texture. Like, the AI picture wasn't even in there anymore. It was literally just a placeholder until they, you know, could figure out what they wanted it to look like, how they wanted the texture to look. And people just, you know, jump on the bandwagon. They're like, oh my god, Clair Obscur used AI, Clair Obscur bad game because you used AI and didn't hire a artist or whatever. It's insane. And then you have, you know, Crimson Desert over there, and they're like openly saying, oh yeah, we used AI on the game. It is what it is, man. I mean, I really, really like the fact that, you know, AI is kind of getting shit on by human beings at this point. Like, there are things that I do enjoy about AI, right? There are things that AI is good for. But it does kind of suck that it'll replace a lot of people's jobs eventually. And that's kind of inevitable. Like, it'll happen. People will, and people have already lost their jobs because of it. But, you know, at the same time, it's so useful, but I think it's really useful, but I think society as a concept, as, you know, society in general shouldn't rely on it. We shouldn't start relying on AI too much, right? You see it a lot. Graphic designers are like, not right now, but in a couple of years, graphic designers will most likely have problems finding their jobs. For sure. I mean, you see it with all of the, like, wannabe graphic designers when you're doing, well, wannabe sounds harsh, but when you're doing streaming, right? And you have all these people, I always assumed they are fake, you know, fake artists, that will just then use AI to make you, you know, your designs how you want it to be. And they will use AI. They come into your chat, like, you know, chat you up, get you to pick up like something. Dude, I hate magma worms. I hate them so much. Should have just used the Sword of Nine Flame. But yeah, that's like one aspect of life where AI will definitely take over from human. Jesus Christ, stop being fucking annoying, you fucking dickhead. Yeah, they will, exactly, that's how, fucking hell, get off of my ass, stop doing this stupid attack. What an annoyance. But yeah, graphic design, it's so easy. Like, I feel bad for it, but the thumbnail of this stream and the collector run, I just used AI for it. Because it was just, it was, you know, I needed it for the stream that I wanted to do. I came up with the idea on the spot that I wanted to do this stream. And like I needed a quick thumbnail. And, you know, it took me an hour to like get everything that I wanted ready. But if I just had to go for a normal artist, I would have first up found an artist that was, you know, that could get a thumbnail ready inside of like an hour. That was available in the hour that I wanted to have my thumbnail ready, you know. That's the challenge, like getting... Well, that was the challenge, like I needed it ready right then and there. And it was just like, okay, I'm gonna give the AI the prompt, what I want. Did it turn out exactly how I wanted it? No, and that's why it took me so long, because I was like trying to get it, you know, trying to change some things here, change some things there, and it did not turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. But I got a thumbnail quicker than, you know, having to go through the process of finding someone who can do it for you. Someone who can, you know, create a thumbnail for you. It would have taken me way longer. So as I said, it does have its ups, it does have its downs. And I get, you know, the point of view of the artist as well, right? So here's the thing though with me, for example, like I don't always know what I'm gonna stream, right? So I'll just like mush something together for the streams. Like that's the thing. If, for example, you know, we were doing this as full-time, right? This would be, we get up in the morning, you stream, and, you know, your whole daily schedule is, you know, figuring out how your stream's going to go and doing streams and like the channel and the designs of everything. If that was like all part of your daily job, right, then obviously you'd have, you know, a stream schedule exactly like figured out. Like I'm gonna do this on that day, so I need this thumbnail for that. And with me, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'll stream like whatever on Elden Ring. Yeah, we're pretty much cooked here. Dude, it's crazy. I feel like today my brain isn't fully functioning. I mean, I'm tired as hell as well. Oh, he shot a bolt at me, yeah. With his crossbow. I hate, like, NPC boss fights in this game. And I think everyone who plays this game will agree. See, he keeps shooting his crossbow at me. Yeah, the worst one for the parry stun is the guy in Raya Lucaria. Before the Renala boss fight. Because he will parry the shit out of anything you do. Literally, he's so much tougher than Renala. If you're not being stupid like me. There we go, we get the legendary Bogold armor set, which is the first notorious set for anyone who does a heavy build. It's this one. I guess the Beast Champion one that Bernal has as well. Hello. Request is done. Alright. See, the thing is, Renala on the Katana run could have been so much easier. Mainly because we could have just used a katana that wasn't a magic katana. We would 100% we would have had a much easier time if we didn't go for a katana that was doing magic damage, because I think she's strong against magic damage. Which you'd assume, you know, if someone is literally the leader of a magic school. Or whatever she is. I honestly don't know. Don't know my Elden Ring lore, I just play it for the funny gameplay. For the fun gameplay, not the funny gameplay. Hello, snails. Get cooked. Feeling a bit French today. Cooking some snails. Shut up. Spit on someone else. Haktua. Remember that when that was a thing? Can't believe that was actually a thing that became something. Like, she actually made that her whole deal. And we got a freaking podcast out of it, and whatever else came with that. Whatever else she got to do, because she said Haktua on camera. I mean, 6, 7 is I don't know. That's a thing in itself. But that's something you can just randomly quote and say, right? Like who, under any normal circumstance, goes around saying Hakua? Right? It is all random, yeah. I mean, that's humanity, though. Like, over the years, how many stupid things have we had that became trends that we all just quoted? It's not like it was just in the last couple of years during, like, social media, you know? Like, even when I still went to school, there was always some random thing that just popped up out of nowhere. I did not know they have a grab attack. They grab now? They grab now. Like that, for example. When Star Wars brought us the legendary line, they fly now? Again, that's another thing that got picked apart so badly, Star Wars, with the sequels. So in no way, shape or form do I want to say that they're the worst movies of all time. Are they chaotic as shit? Yes. Are they the best Star Wars movies of all time? Hell no. Would I watch them on my own? In my own free time? Probably not, no. But the amount of hate that people gave Star Wars when that trailer came out for the last Star Wars movie, the "They Fly Now" line, is so crazy. Because all of the Star Wars fans were like, well, dude, they had flying stormtroopers in like this era and in this era. And I'm like, you stupid idiots, the character in the movie, both of the characters, they weren't around during the time that the other mentioned jetpack troopers were. Right? They existed in the universe. The jetpack guys existed in the universe, but the character who says it didn't at the point. They didn't exist at the same time. It's the first time in their life they have seen that trooper, and it's bothered me so many times, but it shows you the stupidity of humanity. They complain, they're like, well, the jetpack trooper appeared 100 years before this for the first time, so how does he not know that? Like, what do you mean? Can people not comprehend that in a universe, people exist that didn't know what was going on in the world hundreds of years before? 50 years before? Like, dude, show a kid nowadays a VHS tape. You know? They won't know what the hell a VHS tape is and what it does. Because it wasn't around at the time when it was popular, when it was a thing. When people watched movies on VHS. So you can't expect kids to instantly know what a VHS is. And it's just something that has always bothered me. Like, it's so stupid. Like, people will cherry pick everything apart in a movie and they just cannot come to the conclusion that the characters have never in their life seen someone that uses a jetpack. Because literally, it was not even like there were any jetpack guys in the other two movies. It was in the third movie. They didn't show any troopers with jetpacks in the first two. So they don't know what a fucking clone trooper is from the Clone Wars, so they don't know that they fucking can use jetpacks. And then they run into someone who can. And obviously they're fucking surprised. Because they've never seen it in their fucking lives. And no, I'm not like saying that all of the decisions made in those sequel movies were good. I'm just literally defending how stupid fandoms can be. They are out there like making their point, being like, that's so stupid. When realistically, in a realistic situation, a person would have the same reaction. Like, the character has literally never seen it in his life. He has never seen a trooper with a jetpack in his life. Technically, if you think about it, us as the watcher of a movie, of a series, a reader of a book, we are literally like the gods of the universe because we know what's going on around every corner. We have a lot more knowledge of the thing than the character, and I think that's a problem that a lot of people have with like movies and shows and everything. Like, sure, like you're looking in from the outside. You're not the main character of something. You're not a person living in the world. You have a totally different view on what is going on. And people will always forget whenever they watch movies or shows or anything that just because you are aware of things, the character in the show, in the movie, they don't have to be aware of everything. As I said, right, that's like a perfect example. Like, you are aware that a thing existed in the timeline of said franchise. But the character wasn't there. Right? God damn it. Oh, we died. No, what? Oh. Literally alive with like half a heart. Yo, where the fuck did you come from? But yeah, it's always something that has kind of bothered me and been on my mind for a long time. And I mean, you have other franchises like, you know, we're looking at Elden Ring right now. I don't have a clue what's going. It is dark, but there we go. There's some light for you. Like, we're technically, again, gods. Because we're looking in from the outside, we know things that our character isn't aware of. We know things that us, like, side characters in this game, they are not aware of. But at the same time, there's also things that we aren't aware of. That characters are aware of. We don't know what happened before the story, right? And that's the thing with the Souls games. Be it Dark Souls, be it Elden Ring, be it whatever, Bloodborne. Usually in these games, we're actually exploring the aftermath of the story. And that's why I keep saying, if they make an Elden Ring movie, you cannot base it on the story of what happens in the game. You need to base it on what happened before the game. Right? Because that's the thing that would make the most sense to cover. Because what you're doing in Elden Ring is cleaning up the aftermath of the actual story of Elden Ring. What happens in Dark Souls? You're just cleaning up the big mess that happened before. And I think Elden Ring, again, if they will do a, or, I mean, they were talking about making the movie. And I think if they do it, they need to. Thanks for nothing. They need to have it take place before the game. Because there's so many characters and there's so much story to tell with all of the characters that, again, it takes place before the actual game starts. And if it's, you know, Miyazaki working on it, he can write basically the backstory of all of the gods and showcase us all of this stuff. Like, if the movie, like the final scene of the movie, please be the armor because it's a rare drop. No, it'll be a purple drop, right? Yeah. They can just give us the final scene of the movie being the fight between, like, Radahn and Melania, the one that basically nukes all of Caelid and makes it the rotten land that it is in the game. But I don't know. Is that canonically the last thing that happens before the story begins? That's like the next question. Like, what is canonically, like, what happens right before the game? You would have to start there. You would have to figure out, okay, this is what happens right before the story starts, so we'll end the show with that. Right? You've got the whole stuff with the Black Knife assassins. You can, like, put in Godwin, and the thing is, what, you know, this will then get the people that wanted all of the answers from the games that didn't get the answer in the DLC or didn't get their answer in the base game. Because there's so many like questions still that we need answers to. Let's see, so jump skips I've always been the worst at. Because I always mess them up. Bro. You could have... You could have... Not just the dragon and Kaled, right? You can have all of the dragons. You can have all of the dragons from the game in there. You can have frickin' Paramazula be as it is. You can literally have Paramazula as it is, like normally. Still connected to Kaled. Because that's how the dragon ends up in Kaled, is because next to Kaled, where the dragon lies, and where the shrine is, where Garank is, or not the shrine, but the building where Garank is, that's where Paramazula used to be. How the hell do I get to that thing? I know that's a skip for the Somber Smithing Stone 7. Bike story as well, yeah. It would make sense as like a TV show, because literally you could have like the first season or so being the just you know, the world before the shattering of the Elden Ring, and then like all of the stuff that comes with that, the shattering, the fight with Radahn and Melania and all that stuff. And then you could have, you know, a season or whatever that is Vike's story. Like Vike trying to become the Elden Lord, basically. You can have that part of again, then it would make sense to make a show about it, and not a movie, because you can extend the lifetime of a show more than you can a movie. How do I do this? I know I'm on the right platform. But how do I actually get up there? Ugh, people use the crystal tier, really? That's annoying. Thought you could make the jump just like normally. But they're all using the rupture tier to basically get up there. Well, yeah, shut up, ads. There's so many stories that you can tell from the Elden Ring world, like little stories. But as I said, I think the best way to go about it is to go pre-game. Like you can basically go back and like rebuild the story again. Like you can take whatever they set up with the story and like go back from that. Oh, you are able to do the jump. God damn it. You forgot what race took out the fire giants. God damn it. Dude, how do people do it so, it's like so freaking flawless? Like people will just do this and then somehow like figure out like, oh yeah, you have to run in this direction and then the other one. Does your armor weight? I don't know. That's a good question. Now that you mention it. Because you do move faster obviously on the lighter load. Maybe that's a thing. God damn it. You know, it's funny because literally in this time I probably could have easily beaten the guard skin. How the fuck do people do this stuff? So crazy to me. Like I couldn't be a speedrunner. Because yo, what the hell? He literally does what I'm doing. Dude, now I can't even make the first jump up here. Bro. Bro. Again, it's been it's been way too much time that I've tried getting up here. That's actually insane. Okay, oh yeah, fuck this. I'm not gonna be able to do this stupid jump. Let us then try the other skip, which is the skip for the stupid, like we could actually use the ruptured tier, but I would have to get it and I have no idea where it is. So the thing is, right? Yeah. 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 Fuck. I'm so shit at this stuff. Literally so shit. It's insane. It's like you're supposed to basically jump and then go around this corner with a punch, but like I can't go around there. Am I not? Oh. Oh. Am I live again? Are we live? We're live, okay. We're back. Just got the message that I lost connection. Yeah, I don't have a clue. Give me my drip back. Wait. If I actually... Wait. I've just seen the skip for the guard skin. And you... For some... Like, somehow you can get him to not wake up. That is so stupid. I don't know. We'll just do the fight properly, I guess. Maybe. Maybe we won't. Oh, fuck. I mean, we could have just been the basic of basic boys and get the sleep pods for this. It is insane how I still don't know how to do the freaking roll after like 4 years of playing the game. I still do not know how to evade his roll. Like, I know, like, kinda, but can I do it? No. Who are you stabbing? I guess me. Fuck you. Oh, I hate everything about this. The cloaks they wear are actually made of guard skin. That's why they're called guard skins. Which is interesting because technically they're guard slayers. That's why this is called guard slayer seal. So I never actually got if the race of them is called guard slayers and then the specific type is called guard skin because they are the people that wear the skins of the guards that they've slain. One more try. Okay, fuck it. That's always been confusing to me. go basement and get the freaking Mimic tier. We had to look him up. Unfortunately, they're not that pretty to look at. Oh wait, we got the Albinauric mask. That might actually... I know it takes down your recovery, like what the flasks recover. But it does boost your arcane by 4, which could potentially lead us into using some of the dragon incants. I mean, there's so many interesting enemy types in Elden Ring that kind of have a lot of like hidden backstory to them, you know? Like the Albinaurics, for example. Like, I think their story is like so deep as well. Because there's the Albinaurics that look like this. Then you have the giant one that you find up in the consecrated snowfields. Then you have Latena. And they're all Albinaurics. They all just are so different from each other in how they look and everything. Then you have the other Albinauric, right? The old man, old Albus that gives you the medallion, the half of the medallion. Nah, the dogs are the worst for sure. And any any type of dog in a Souls game is the worst enemy. And in this game they obviously added the birds as well. Like any bird in Elden Ring is just annoying as well. Be it the ones in Stormveil Castle that literally have sword as their feet. Be it the Deathrite birds that spawn at nighttime. All of them horrendous enemies. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not a big dog person. Like, I always wanted a dog as a kid. But at the same time I was always scared of them. Like I'm really noise sensitive. And like barking dogs as a kid would scare the shit out of me. And I always got scared of barking dogs. Just because of the noise, because it was so loud. And I still, to this day, I do not like dogs because of the barking. Because they are too loud for me and it triggers me. In general, I'm not a big fan of like loud and constant noises. So again, I've never been a dog person. Because of that. Like there was a time like I think some of them are cute, sure. But there's just too many aspects of them that I dislike. So I've always been more of a cat guy. Like I had cats before. But the the thing that bothers me so much and why I didn't get myself like another set of cats is just the hair. Having cat hair everywhere. Like I just noticed it today. I wanted to put on like one of my, I have like a couple of pair of Air Jordans, and I had some, I think they're 4s, Air Jordan 4, like black ones, and I wanted to put them on today with my outfit, and I got them out of its like the case that I have them in, and they were just like full of cat hair, and I was like, yeah, I'm not wearing that. Because the thing, then I'll wear it, and the cat hair that is like in the shoe will stick to my my socks, and then I'll have like the cat hair everywhere again because it for some reason seems to spread like crazy. It's like one of the things. Like cat hair just, it bothers me for some reason. I don't like it. But in general, like I've been always like really germophobic as well. Like as a teenager, I had to like desperately like clean my hands all of the time. Whenever I touched something, today still, like if I touch something gross, I'm like, eh. And gross doesn't even have to be like, oh, I touched poop or vomit or something. No, there's like, I'll get grossed out by the littlest of things. When normal people be like, dude, this is, it's just normal. And I'm like, nope. Nope, not for me. I need to peel off my skin right now. And it's always been that way. Hey, Marcus Gade. When I'm washing dishes, I get a nasty feeling. Yeah. Facts. I don't know, man. It wasn't. Are we still talking about vomit there? Ich bin das so gewohnt, wenn so Brian oder so reinkommt, Deutsch zu reden mag. Also wie dir lieber ist. Anyways, yeah, it's disgusting. Dude, another thing that I just cannot frickin' stand is like if I put like, you know, my spoon in the dishwasher or something, or a knife, and then there's like residue like still left on there, like, you know, just a little bit of something, and it doesn't fully wash off. I'm just like, I literally need to clean it over and over again. I cannot. I've had the same freaking spoon in my dishwasher for probably like 2 months at this point. And I keep, every time I put on the dishwasher, I wash it. And I'm always, whenever I'm over at other people's places and I'm there to eat, I always need to check out their, like, you know, their stuff. Their spoons, their knives, their forks, before I eat with them. Sometimes, you know, I'll just clean them as well. Like, when I'm at my parents' house, though. Like, I need to clean... It's mainly glasses. It's mainly glasses when I go somewhere. And, you know, spoons, yeah, I'll do the check. And then probably I'll just, you know, either use like a paper towel or whatever they have, or might just use my sleeves of my shirt or my, you know, whatever, to kind of wipe over them. But glasses, I cannot drink out of glasses at other people's places without having to, like, you know, wash them out with like water real quick. Like, just quickly, you know, get some water in there, wash it out, dry it up, and then I can drink out of them. Especially, like, when glasses look like they're being used a lot, you know? It's not like, you know, they look clean. Like, if they look clean, it's fine. But, I don't know. It's always been a bit of a problem for me. Gehst du noch live, Mark? Wünsche dir auf jeden Fall viel Spaß. Ja. Ja, ich werde auch nicht mehr so lang machen und dann kann ich gleich sonst mal rüber gucken. Wir müssen auch nochmal irgendwann die Duo weitermachen. Die Duo Challenge. What I want to do is quickly get rid of the Mimic Tier, grab the Mimic Tier myself. Na, ist gut, ich guck später rein bei dir. Mein Süßer. Yeah, but we'll do the Mimic Tier. And get the Mimic Tier, and then we might look at doing Rykard with the Mimic Tier together so that we can get Blasphemous Blade easy. And then we can use the Blasphemous to get Renala cooked. And once we get Renala cooked, we can respec into full, like, Faith build. Faith. Maybe we do some points into Arcane, as I said before, so we can use some of the Dragon incants, which we can have a look if we can use some of them. Because we have the Albinuric headpiece, which allows us to have more Arcane, and it does give us somewhat of a decent incantation in good old Rot Breath. Flame of the Felguard, we need to get to that 41 so that we can do Rilana in the DLC. Try that cheese out on this run. I think I'll just keep the Rot Breath. Use that. So the thing that's obviously still missing is the Somber Smithing Stone 7. But we couldn't get the one in the Volcano Manor, so I'm aiming for this one. It's so crazy to me that the Somber Smithing Stones basically get locked behind either the... Well, all of them are basically locked behind Radahn. Except for, obviously, the one in Volcano Manor. But Volcano Manor is locked behind... is locked behind the Guardskin. Then the one down here is basically locked behind Radahn. And then the ones that are higher up on the map in, like, Consecrated Snowfields, Mountaintops of the Giants, those ones, they're basically locked behind every enemy, every boss. And I don't know what's the other earliest. I think Deeproot Depths might be the other early one. But if you go Deeproot Depths, it's either locked behind Radahn or going through Moog in Lane-Dell. You know what I thought about would be a fun run as well? Doing like a really unorthodox run, where I just do the most, like, insane order of things. Like reaching, for example, reaching Deeproot Depths using the Moog fight in Lane-Dell. Like, not going down there until I get to that fight, for example. Like, pick out the weirdest ways to play the game. Like, the weirdest order of, like, bosses, right? Because what we do on the challenge runs and everything nowadays, where I basically do Radahn first, is always pretty weird. But, like, it'd be pretty interesting with my feet. Vaughn, what? I mean, that's for the OnlyFans, though. That's when we do the OnlyFans. The thing is, you don't even want us. What? Talking about what? Okay. The thing is, you don't even. That's something. I know people are into feet, but that's just something you guys wouldn't want to see. It's probably one of the most disgusting pairs you're ever gonna see. The thing is... the thing is... they are... just from work, they are so freaking destroyed. And you know how we always, like, they never really talked about my job, so I can't even say you guys know. But literally, I, like, run over my foot so much at work, and my toes, they're, like, freaking destroyed at this point. Because you know why wear the work safe shoes that literally have a metal plate at the front of them when I can just wear a sneaker and roll over my foot and have it hurt like shit? Oh. The silver tier just decided to end itself. Now the memes on the Discord were wild though. There was some wild stuff in there. Specifically, yeah. That. I was vibing with the Scooby-Doo one though. That was good. By the way, I gotta like set up mod stuff as well for the stream. Talked about it before on another stream because I'm obviously a mod on Vaughn's stream. If I still am. But yeah, I gotta set up that stuff for this stream as well. I just always forget about it. Have I ever lost a toenail from work? I have not lost a toenail, no. Bro, we had that stuff happen in class in school. Like, we were playing soccer or football, however you want to call it. And basically, two of my classmates, they were like running at each other and trying to get the football. And one of the guys literally stepped on the other guy's foot while like they're trying to get the ball. And he like stepped on his toenail and like did he come from the front and tackle him? Because his toenail was basically like hanging up, you know, and it was so disgusting. By the way, that's another thing I hate. I hate nails in general, be it toenails, be it fingernails. Disgusting. Because here's the thing, right? I've lived with some other people in my lifetime. And I hate it. I hate, like, you know, whenever people, like, cut their nails. And you find the nails, like, lying around. Like, even my own. I try to get rid of all of them. But, like, freaking clipped toenails, man. That's so... to me, it's so disgusting. It's so bad. It disgusts me so much. It's unbelievable. Nah. Bleh. But it's always been a thing of mine. I don't know where it comes from. I just... gives me the shivers just thinking about it. Wait, how many ghosts do we have? We need to buy a 2. So we can get the Mimic 2 plus 4. Ghost 2, please. Thank you. We'll grab that and the Memory Stone. It's crazy that I never picked up the Memory Stone, but I'm doing a magic-based build. Welcome to the life of Nick Von Crate, where nothing makes sense. But yeah, what are you guys? Do you guys have something that really, really freaking disgusts you? That like, it's a thing that disgusts you in particular, and like other people are like, wait, I don't see the problem. Where can we get a ghost ghost thing? A ghost flower? Seeing guys with a whole bunch of black stuff under their nails, yup, I feel that. Like, I'll be honest with you, I do have some, like, dirt under my nails sometimes, because that's the thing, though, that comes from work, for me, example. Like, right, I'm working with my hands, and it's especially if I'm, like, working with, like, fruits or whatever, like, fruits and vegetables section of the store, right, you'll have, like, you'll grab bananas, you'll grab any type of fruit, they will leave, like, something under your nail, but there's people like, and then I'll wash my fucking hands, you know? Well, yeah, yeah. You know what also freaking disgusts me? People that literally eat their own boogers, right? You have people, that used to be so bad when I was like in 4th grade, like boys would always like dig up their nose, almost dig up their brains with it. And like get the boogers, look at them and eat them, and I'd be sitting there like, ooh, literally. It disgusts me so much. But yeah, dirt under the nail. Like if you're at work, I get it. But if you're done with work and you still haven't cleaned it, like come on, dude. Come on, dude. What are we doing here? Hey yo, Luna, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. No, for real though. Like, to get back to it, I have a colleague who's literally, he's over 50. He's over 50. And he's sitting there, like, he'll be talking to you, and he'll be digging up his nose and then, like, eating the boogers. And I'm like, dude, you're a grown man. What the hell are you doing? Get your finger out of your nose and then fucking stop putting that stuff in your mouth. Ew. By the way, welcome to the stream. We're currently talking about things that disgust us. We've already talked about clip nails. We have already talked about people that eat their boogers. Yes, eating their boogers, yeah. Then we talked about people that have dirt under their fingernails and then they bite them off, like bite on their nails that are freaking dirty as shit. We've talked about that. It's like popcorn though, salt popcorn. Dude, no. No. Just no. Fuck. Oh, we survive. Just no. But yeah, if you want to take part in this conversation, you gladly can. Am I enjoying playing this? I hate every second of my being. No, I do actually somehow enjoy playing this game. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, you can actually jump down there. The path that I just went down. It's okay. It's one of those games that I can always replay. And I'll do a YouTube video about it one day if I actually get my ass to actually do it. To actually record the video, to actually write the script for it. Then I'll actually manage to make a video about why I always replay Elden Ring. You should try it, easily put in 100 hours before you know it. I mean, oh. Apparently I do not have... Oh! Guys, we gotta stop playing the game. Gotta stop playing the game now. We're at 669. Nah, but for real, I think the challenge will sometimes break people with this game. But at the same time, it's literally one of the easiest Souls games, and I mean, we are somewhat friendly here in this stream specifically to newcomers. Just ask Jason, right? It's funny to me that Jason came around when he was quite new to Elden Ring, and he's been here ever since. Right? I guess that was the story. But yeah. I mean, I own the game on, like... I own, like, 3 different versions of the game. I mean, not different versions, but... Like, I own PC version, I have the physical copy on PlayStation and the digital version. Finished the game under 50 hours. Impressive. Impressive. Oh wait, there's a Somber 5 in here. This is like such an early game area. I mean, in my head it probably is. I don't know if it actually is. You know what's crazy? I forgot what the dragonkin actually gives you. Is he the one that gives you the a halberd? The dragon halberd? No, it's not a dragon halberd. It's some kind of halberd I think he gives you. Ooh, Ghost Glove Wood 5. That is exactly what I was looking for, but not here. Huh. Would you look at that? And I also thought I could enter this building over there, but apparently you can't. Interesting. But yeah, if you want a game that you can spend a lot of time in, go for Elden Ring, literally. What will be the most important thing for everyone with Elden Ring that starts new is maybe even the replayability and like the whole variety you can have with your build and everything in this game. Like you struggle with one thing, okay, well turn around and try something different. Try a new weapon, try, you know, maybe try magic, maybe try a stronger, like a heavier weapon. And like you maybe don't like the special attack of your weapon, the Ash of War. Well, go for something else. Let it do magic. Obviously only if the weapon is a normal weapon and you can change the Ash of War. But then again, there's so many ways to get overpowered in this game. Yeah, so many weapons, so many Ashes of War, so many different ways to play the game. Dude, go in, get like a hammer or something. Yeah, it's the Dragon Halberd, okay. Like get a, you know, a hammer weapon that can use wild strikes. And then like run in there with wild strikes. You know? Just completely stand still, have, I don't know, either bleed or freezing on your weapon. Or it's cold, not freezing. That's what the thing is called. Like either do that, like bleed them to death or let them freeze. That's what we did on the... Was it the hammer or the great axe? We did great axes, I think, right? Where we used the weapon of the Omen Killer. Yeah, the Omen Killer cleaver. And then like put bleed on there and you can just, you know, completely destroy enemies in seconds. It's a game that is so good to like find your own playstyle and then, you know, eventually you'll find your fun with the game. It's just, you know, trial and error. You gotta try things and figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like. What do you want, huh? Get off of my ass. But Elden Ring in general, it's definitely, it has its flaws. But all in all, it's still such an enjoyable game. So good. And there's a reason some of us have, you know, 100+ hours or so in the game. Just, again, the sheer replayability of the game. And I think nowadays it's like hard to get into, like, even especially open world games where the replayability is there. I think modern open world games, you play through them like once and then... Because games don't really get open worlds a lot of the time. Because they make them so big and so boring. probably put in another 100 hours when Tarnished Edition is out, yeah? I've already said this, because the Tarnished Edition starts off with 1 or 2 different starting classes. I'm gonna do a run on the Tarnished Edition playing the other new starting classes and like doing a build that's basically set around the starting class. Because like one is what, a heavy knight or something, I think. I'll be doing, you know, a heavy knight based run. Just runs that are fitting to the starting classes. So yeah, I'll definitely put in some more hours when that comes out. And then I do want to do a somewhat duos. I don't know what exactly, like a duo with Vaughn. Something we do together, maybe. Dude, as I said, I've dropped the money on Elden Ring 3 times. You've just finished God of War Ragnarok, okay. That's also a decent game. But I was low-key kind of disappointed. That's a nice pun. I was low-key kind of disappointed by God of War Ragnarok. I think the first God of War, the 2018 God of War, is better than Ragnarok, in my opinion. I mean, I do like my, you know, my Norse culture, my Norse mythology. And it was cool, and I was sitting there, like, playing Ragnarok, acting like, I don't know, it's, you know, you watch a movie and it's full of, like, pop culture references, and instead it was just Norse mythology. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok, I preferred the original over Ragnarok. Like, I love the scene at the start, like the first fight with Thor, I think is so cool. I like how Odin is kind of written in the game. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad game. I just don't think it's as good as the first one. But I also think that's, for some reason, it's the Sony problem with like their exclusive titles, because the second Spider-Man game I also didn't like as much as the first one. And I've seen a lot of people not like the Spider-Man 2. The thing is, for me, Spider-Man 2 kinda, timing-wise and everything, kinda hit hard personally. Like, I felt the story more on a personal level because of things that were going on in my life at that time. It is not that bad, yes, that's true. But I think the story is just not as good as the first one. Because the first one is so, it gets so emotional at points, and it was so well written. But yeah, the second one was just, again, it was kinda lacking here and there. But I also think the hype killed it. Because of the first one being so good. But yeah, for me it was like Spider-Man 2, just it was in a weird spot in my life. And there were things in the story that I like personally felt. And it made me kind of go like, okay, mm, I, I don't want to go through this right now. I'll continue the game some other time. And then it took me a bit until I finished the game. It was probably a couple of days, but... yeah. So that's my story with Spider-Man 2. Going through, you know, things in life. Feeling like you're kind of Peter Parker yourself at that point. Yo, chill, bro. Yo. Hey! Hey! Get off of my ass. With it. We are dead. We are dead. Can you ask me something? Of course, I'm still single. It's been a couple of years though since I was in my last relationship. But you know, Jason is trying his best to convince me to date him. So it's kind of difficult right now. And yes, Tom Holland is my cousin. If you didn't know, that is a joke. Just for legal reasons, that is a joke, but Tom Holland is my cousin. Yes, you don't have to ask that either. And I was once compared to a young Johnny Depp. So, there's that. Dude, and here I was thinking someone was actually gonna ask me if I was single. I'm disappointed.
Ooh, a customer.
I am a customer. Here's what you should get. Some soap. Because you're washed. Sheesh. Nick Von Crate with the diss. I'll pick up these. We need the stone sword keys. What are you guys up to? You know what the funny thing is, by the way? I'd assume Luna's gone now, right? Because Luna did the thing. I think we summoned Luna with our talk earlier. We'll just wait a second, Luna. Type in chat if you're there. I don't know. Luna's there in chat. Wait, someone didn't type in chat, trying to sell some graphic designs and left. What is this? I'm confused. I am beyond confused right now. By the way, how am I finding so many gold pickled foulfoots? Evolutions at its finest, yeah. That is actually, I mean, I'm a hell of a good looking streamer. I mean, it's hard to look away at that, right? I get it. I get it, right? It's so hard to look away at Nick Von Crate. That's why the boys also stayed here, right? That's why Vaughn, why Dover, why Jason, they all stay here. Because they're like, oh my god. Is that the cousin of Tom Holland, famous Spider-Man actor? I'm like, no. I'm Nick Von Crate. Oh no, wait, I'm like, yeah. I'm Nick Von Crate. I'm manifesting this joke until I eventually run into him. And he's gonna ask me, like, dude, are you the guy who keeps saying he's my cousin? I say it because I look like him on, like, one picture. Well, not exactly like him, right? But there's similarities in the facial structure. And since then, it's been a running joke. And I'm gonna keep saying it. It's manifesting it. I've said it before. I've gotten the young Johnny Depp call as well. You know, if Disney wants to make another Pirates of the Caribbean? How you guys pronounce it? Is Caribbean, right? Because I've heard of people pronouncing it Caribbean and then Caribbean. And it fucking confuses me. Pirates of the Caribbean. Caribbean. It's Caribbean. Peak movie, by the way. Feel that. Peak character. It's funny to think that Jack Sparrow wasn't supposed to be like that. Like how Johnny Depp actually portrayed him. And then they kind of went from there, from his portrayal of the character, which is to me, it's so funny. To think that he basically changed the character on his own. He made it what it is, basically. Oh. Yeah, it's so crazy that people, like, someone actually came up to me and said that to me. Be like, oh yeah, you look like him. It's not good for my own ego, by the way. Just wanted to say that. Okay, what I'm looking at right now is... Oh, wait, we can get the other ghost glove. What's the thing is, we have a problem. I've continued Ronnie's questline, and I forgot about doing Saluvis's questline, which we need to do. What do y'all know about Tenacious D? Tenacious D is pretty cool. For sure.
A house can remember your.
It's pretty neat guy. Okay, good. Gideon moved.
Then I am known as a tarnished.
Cheers, by the way.
You now belong. You'll be then as you're the inheritor. We of the Godric the General Recreator right Morgoth, and he'll still be. So, despite being his castle, as I suspect, General he fought, and now I've heard, and if it's so, is that bloody so?
Yep.
The round table, but good. You go and just tell him that.
Hand over the flask. So anyways, I think to get back to it, Luna has left, right? I feel bad if Luna's still here again.
I'm glad to see you. I found it in you were the one to make good use. I don't intend. I wonder if he's in his study. If you haven't already, Father is, I'm sure, talking. I'll see you again.
Just gotta figure something out real quick. I don't think so. By the way, I gotta get some mods going here. Gotta get all of that going. Gotta set you guys up at like as mods. Alright, so here's the deal, right? I went to the YouTube channel and I saw the link and I was like, okay. We know what we're dealing here with, what we're dealing with here. I mean, I don't think you'll get hacked. I think it's a normal Instagram link. But yeah, I was looking at the link as well. Like I saw the link and I was like, okay. And I saw the description of the channel and I was like, okay. This all makes sense. Okay, so Celubus is still here.
Well done, very well. Knowledge, I doubt, if you put it. You well?
So he starts selling some sorceries.
So, it's. I may have expected.
Begging for another. Doesn't make.
The thing is, I don't know when his questline actually continues. Because it's... The thing is, all of the quest lines, they're all kind of intertwined with another. Like the magic ones. Because it's also at the same time connected to Selen's quest line. And if we do like Rani's stuff, if we continue that now, we're gonna run into a problem. But we want to get Rani's... I mean, technically the only thing we want from Rani's questline is the Ghost Glove Wards. That's literally the only thing. I think there's nothing else for us like interesting right now that we need to do Rani's quest.
You pay
He has some things that we need to get actually. Because he sells the Ripple Blade and the Black Leather Shield. He has the Weathered Map, which we don't need, but he has a Carrion Retaliation. Which, if you know anything about this game, Carrion Retaliation actually pretty cool. It was the Ash of War that I used on my very first time beating the game. So yeah. I don't know what starts Celubus's next part, though. Like, if I need to do Selen's questline in between. Mm. See, that's the thing. We need to go into the other room. So this is the point, like, when you give Rani the Finger Slayer blade, you end everyone else's quests. You already collected the spell slots too? Not all of them. I did collect the one in Saluvis's Rise. But yeah, the Finger Slayer blade, you wanna stay away from that. Because again, that will basically end Saluvis. He gets killed if you give it to Rani. Okay. So the thing is, you can actually end Rani here. Which is interesting. He tried to make Nefeli into a puppet, yes.
Begging. You break your fish, fine and well. You trick me. I believe that you yearn for. Well, no, but perhaps now.
So yeah, you can get one of the puppets from him. Kill him now? No, we need the talisman. We need to get the talisman from his questline. Because I never actually get it because of me doing Rani's questline instantly every time.
Begging for another lesson. The remains.
Wait, why is he not moving on? So, acquire 3 starlight shards. Oh, we need starlight shards. Thank God I always went around and skipped getting starlight shards. That's cool. Literally, I've always skipped them. Okay, I know where one is. It's the one that's... Oh no, it's all the way down here. There we go. I know where that is. It's up where the other scroll is, the one that we picked up at the start. The thing is, Rani's quest I always do because I want to go into the downstairs area. Because of the Smithing Stone 7 that's down there. The Somber Smithing Stone 7. Because then I can get an easy... Where is it? There's one down here somewhere. Where is it actually? Well, Yeah, I always do it first so I can get the smithing stone 7 and like an early maxed out weapon. That's just, it's just how my brain is trained from the challenge runs. Because I technically don't have to bother with going into Volcano Mana at all. If I get that first. Hmm. And the other one should be Stormhill Shack. Somewhere here. But yeah, we basically want to do the quest line until we get the magic scorpion charm off of him. Oh, there it is. Are there any items up here? I know we still have a lot of stuff down in the Weeping Peninsula. I mean, we still have like 2 whole caves / dungeons here to explore. But I want to get the Blasphemous Blade early. Well, as early as we can. You checked her Instagram and what did you find? Seems legit. Dude, I just don't know. I just don't know about those guys. As we said earlier, right? It's just all full of that. Bunch of fake ones. So hard to tell nowadays.
What's that? Quite the but I'm afraid I can have. Oh dear, why don't if you can the soul of it and once oh yes.
Okay, we'll get the other one.
Your proof I've not had. Begging perhaps it will produce which I applied.
I'm interested.
Just then I'd rather you with that and even a
So we have the Starlight.
goodness to think my. Yes, please. Now just you wait. The scheme I promised is to be.
So the thing is, his scheme, Saluvis' scheme is, you make the Amber Draught. And what he wants is, he wants to basically turn Rani into a puppet. He wants to make Rani into a puppet. Yeah, I feel bad though. I feel bad for calling out people. But it's just unfortunately become so freaking common that those people are just bots. Let's turn him into a puppet. The thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna screw myself out of Selen's quest line. If I finish up Rani's quest, or like continue Rani's quest line. Because Selen's questline is related to sell you this. Does it say anything that locks you out of it on the wiki? Hmm.
Not blood. Even in my... It is in my thanks. For soon must... My strange... I am so... I must thank you may... It was but... What I too...
Okay, she too is to depart. Which means she'll be gone from here. And that also means she has moved over. And we can now go over here and the rise should be open. Here's the thing though, Jason, we don't need to turn him into a puppet. We don't need to do that. By the way, Mark isn't live, right? Came in here earlier. But he's not live. So the thing is, man, I wanted to stop streaming an hour ago so I can do some Divinity recording off stream. But Loki, it was quite enjoyable chilling with you guys. You know, us all talking in chat, that I completely forgot about time. Okay, let's go down. It's literally like... And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I need to stop the stream, so I need to go and record some Divinity, but at the same time, as I said, it's quite enjoyable so far, this stream. Just us talking a lot. I do actually enjoy it. Because it's also like, we're all in here at the same time. So that's always a nice thing. You know, get us all in one place. On one stream. Gotta go and grind for the trees, by the way.
Oh, or is it me? Fine. I hadn't expected. Now the before eliminate the name of I will not. Before eliminate the name of I will not.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get ourselves the first Somber Smithing Stone 7. That's what we're gonna do. And the other upgrade material for the Mimic tier. So that we can get our Mimic tier up and then eventually get past the... oh god. Get past the God skin. God damn it. He didn't want to lock on for some reason. Oh, we didn't get him. There we go. And find some Ghost Glove Ward 6s, which allows us to obviously get the Mimic tier up to 6, and now we're just missing the number that comes after 6. And I don't know if they're in this room, but they could literally be deeper into this area. I wouldn't be surprised, because you can find the one that maxes out summons in the area after this, which is the one with the rolling balls. Stone Sword Key we'll take, because we are definitely going to need one in a little bit. Okay, please one of you be a 7. No, I think they're both. Ah! Aha! Okay, so we can get a maxed out one, like the max one. Wait, no, we have one from Mogwin's Dynasty, don't we? Yes, we've got the great Ghost Glove Wards. So that means we could technically max out the Mimic tier if we wanted to, as a summon. God damn it. Dude, the thing is, I always forget what's to the left here, because I always skip the area and just run straight into the next. Because I just can't be asked to get past the ant. The skull plate ant. The flying ones aren't the problem. It's that one down there. Because I can't be asked. They're too annoying. Because of their stupid mechanic, how the head is pretty much a shield. So annoying. I got ants in my pants. That has never happened to me before. Okay. But I kind of got stuck there between the two rocks. Maybe I'll just use my actual effective incantations that I have. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, here we go again. Ah, shit, man. Here we go again. But yo, guys. 500 cigarettes. What? Quick question. Like, are there any games you would actually like to see me play on the streams? Right? Like, just specifically for the streams. Like, it doesn't have to be an RPG. Nah, not the same rock formation again. Okay, no, yeah, alien dude. Now that you say alien dude, I know you mean from Orville, right? That's the 500 cigarettes. That's what you mean, right? Probably. Yeah, but I'm like looking for what other people are saying, like what we could, you know, potentially play. Instead of just RPGs or Elden Ring. I mean, I don't mind playing Elden Ring on stream. Some simulator games. What do you mean with simulator? Like farming simulator? Or however it's called. GTA Hood roleplay. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I fit into the hood. Dude, yeah, imagine me coming in like that, Jason. What no. Just no. It's funny because the German language has a freaking common ass word that sounds almost identical to the N word. So crazy. Because for like Americans, it's a culture shock, like an actual culture shock. Mandarin as well, yeah, true, true. Wait, no, Mandarin does actually have the exact word, isn't it? I think or is it not? Am I misremembering something?
Greedy, you here for... I feel like I can see how I can understand. Master Hugh once again.
Oh yeah, we still need to get the red cap from, or the red hood from Stormvale. Bro, that's the thing, man. I felt so embarrassed today because you know, my dad's a bit on the older side. And he was, like, we were talking about some people. And one of them is obviously black. And he literally just dropped the N-word, and I was like, okay, I don't know, it's that awkward feeling in a room when someone says it. And you're sitting there like, and you know, because they're like part of the casual, like, yeah, casual, yeah. Really casual. And you're just sitting there like, I feel really awkward right now. But it's like, in their generation, obviously here it's pronounced a bit differently. But like from the older generation, it's like a normal word for them, right? It was normal for years. That's what they called it. And in no way am I defending that it's the right thing to say it like that. But man, I felt so like, not embarrassed, but like, just awkward. I was like, I want to be outside of this room right now. Because like, if you're like me, right, you've grown up, and as a kid, the word was still around. The word was still being used by a lot of people. You have to pass with your homies, but other guys might beat you up if you say it. Wait, what? Wait, what? I am beyond confused. Beyond confused. I'm beyond confused. Is it just me who thought, wait, why do you need the pass? Vaughn? Am I just stupid now? He's gotta be mixed, yeah. Because I for sure thought Vaughn was black. For sure. Nah, I'm hella confused right now. Dude, if he's gonna come in here and tell us that he's a white guy, I'm surprised. I'd be more than surprised. I mean, he's got to be at least mixed, because I mean we've seen his foot. Oh, you're Native American. Ah, that makes sense. But we've seen his foot. We know it's darker than a white person. So wait, you're Native American. But are you black though? Is there a difference? Is there a difference there? For the uneducated? I mean, yeah, but you can be Native American and you can be black though, right? Or is... I mean, I can be German and can be black. Is Native American a word for a skin tone? Is that how it works? I mean, that's the thing though, that's like stuff that I wouldn't have to deal with like on a daily basis, right? It's something that's new to me because, you know, a Native American, have I ever seen one? Probably not. And I'm saying probably because you never know, but I don't think I've ever seen one in person, face to face. But you're not full on African. Yeah. I mean, you look like Spanish folk. Old school Spanish folk or modern Spanish? I mean, at this point, you cannot you can't even tell where people are from just by their looks a lot of the time. Because there's a lot of people with darker skin that are like so many in like France, for example. Like if you go to Paris, like 80% of the people are probably black and like white is like 20%. Ah, you mean, okay, you mean Latin, okay. Not like Spanish. Because Spaniards and Mexicans, they do look, they look different from each other. But yeah, I feel that though. I feel that though. I would stay inside in that situation as well, man. That's so scary still. Like, I think in my head that has to be so scary. Obviously, I can't really imagine what it is actually like. To be like, well, not hunted, because you know it's not like you were actively hunted. Even though it probably feels like that. But yeah, it's gotta be really scary knowing that people are just getting shot for no reason. And it's happening like not too far away from you. Hello, do you want to meet the Mimic tier? Yeah, the US can be really scary sometimes, man. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do against this guy. It's crazy how even the Mimic tier, even though it's maxed out, obviously it kinda works off of what our character is like. In terms of stats. Have I ever been to the US? No. I wanted to go over there this year with a friend of mine. But the thing is, all of the ice stuff happened. And then we were like, it might not be safe to go there. And so we're probably not going. We were supposed to go in the summer. And that's when our plans changed and we thought about like going to Japan instead, and then the war broke out in the east. And it's like, god damn it. Because it's literally we have to fly over the war countries basically, or like around them, to get to Japan. But yeah. It's just been a bit of a annoyance, the stuff that's going on in the US right now. Because I would have loved to go over there, because we planned out to do like, you know, a road trip. We'll fly over there for like 2 weeks or so and then do a little bit of a road trip. Because we wanted to go down. We wanted to actually start in like Orlando, because that's like one of the international airports. And we wanted to go there and then just check out some of this stuff in Orlando, because you know there's a bunch of theme parks there and stuff like that. So we maybe wanted to like check out some of the Disney stuff there, maybe Universal. And then we wanted to do basically a road trip up, because my buddy knows some people up in Chicago. There's like a because my best friend is a chef, and he knows like some people there that who's another German. He works in Chicago, and we would like wanted to, you know, go and visit those guys up in Chicago, because he cooked for him at some point, and they like exchanged, you know, contacts and everything. And he was like, yeah, if you ever come to Chicago, you know, just I can show you around and everything. You know, he'll hang out with us. So we thought about that being kind of the plan. And then like we'll stop on some cities that are like in between. So the travel that we wanted to do was, excuse me, sir, was basically between Chicago and Orlando, and then like take every like city we or bigger city or well-known stuff that is on the way, like pick up all of that stuff as well, or maybe even like cities that aren't quite on the way but that are stuff or cities you should check out when you go into the US. And that was kind of our plan, but then again, everything with ice and that stuff happened, and it's like, we don't really know if we want to go there right now. Because we don't know how we would be treated as, as tourists. Because people that are legitimately living in the country are getting, like, shot because they look different. Imagine, like, you're going there on holiday. You want to just, stay there, do some sightseeing, travel around for like a week or two. And then, you're in such a problematic country where, you can get shot for just looking different. Is it worth the risk for just seeing the US? I don't know if it is. And that's why I keep saying, like, I don't know. It's gotta be, again, so scary for Vaughn, like, living in the country as well while all of this stuff is going on. Let's see if we can do Rykard. What's scary is leaving the country. Why is that scary? Like, going to Mexico or Canada? Or what specifically? Did I just completely tank his attack? I think I did. You may look different, brown, like Asians, Latino, but you're still American and people don't really like us as tourists. I mean, it's not as bad as, people sometimes make it out to be. But I see the point of, like, I mean, that's the same thing as a German person going somewhere as like a tourist, or just in general. Going anywhere in the world as a German has its problems. That's why we're going to Japan, because for some reason they like all of the old school German stuff. But like the thing is, to how many people are Germans still Nazi, Dude, we need like one shot, but I can't get close to him right now. The fuck? No way. No way, I was one shot away, but I don't know Rijkaard's moveset at all, because I haven't fought him in like so long. Nah, dude, I couldn't tell you what his moveset is. I literally didn't know what he was going to do. Like, sure, it makes sense because it's the Ash of War of the Blasphemous Blade, but at the same time, like, what are you gonna do if you don't know what's coming next, you know? It is what it is. But yeah, shout out to Hamburg, the hometown, or the home city, I guess. But yeah, there's still people that think Germany has moved on from all of this stuff from 100 years ago. I mean, I look at some other Germans that are obviously in the US. That there's a couple of guys who do like comedy stuff, and there will be like on a regular basis people asking them if, you know, their, I don't know, great parents, like their grandparents, sorry, or great grandparents, if they were, you know, part of that, they were Nazis or anything. I did not fumble this time around. Can I still get the foul foot in? Did I get that? Did I get that? Ooh, damn, I think I got it. Why though? I don't know. I don't know why. I do not know why. The serpent never dies, guys. For fun or what? I don't know, man. I do not know the answer to your question. I mean, I got an easy way out because I'm like not full German anyways. Yeah, if you use the Serpent Hunter, he's actually easy, but if you don't, he is a pain in the ass for sure. Okay, let's get the weapon that this build was planned for. I mean, it wasn't planned for it. I literally halfway through it decided I want to finally try the Blasphemous Blade because I never did. Give it to me, Blasphemous Blade. Now the question is, how many Sombras do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got them all, so we can max it out. We can max out the Blasphemous Blade. My first time ever using it. Lay out your arms. Both of them? Sorry. I'll see myself out. Austrian painter. The notorious Austrian painter that people always think is German. Again. He's not German though, yep. But people will always be like, oh yeah, like him, he's German, right? Most famous, like, fun fact, most famous German person, he will always be on that list. He will always be on a list of most famous German people. Could you guys rock the mustache though? Nah. I mean, I literally, I always shave it whenever I do have some beard hair. I like to just out of the joke, just shave it like that. Because that's how I like shave it. Always leave that middle part and then I'll shave that away. And it doesn't look right. It's just a fun experiment to see how stupid you can look. Now Charlie Chaplin could rock it as well, dude. He's the only other person that was able to rock it. Charlie Chaplin, yeah. He had that thing going on as well. You know, it's like saying that Drake is the best rapper out of the US. The most famous American rapper would be Drake. That's the equivalent of saying he's a famous German person. Saying Drake is the best rapper from the US. And I just had to use Drake as a reference for his cultural importance to this channel, to the Discord, to everything that I do. Because without Drake, I'd be nothing. And since Drake isn't actually in my life, I'm nothing. So, there's that. How far does it reach? Not far enough. Oh no! Oh no! Shut up. Where is he? There he is. I miss the times when Drake was streaming. Imagine me streaming with Drake. Oh, the fun we would have. The memes, the quotes we would create. Man. The amount of times I'd say, embarrassing. Started from the bottom, Tootsie slid over to America and put money on my grave. BBL jersey. Dude, I'll be honest with you, still, Drake's oldest stuff to me is like the best stuff he's done. Like, I love, like, Underground Kings is like one of my favorite Drake songs. Like, in general, the Take Care stuff is really good. Right, that's the album name. The album name and the song with Rihanna. Rihanna. How do you say it? Is it Rihanna or Rihanna? Because I've always heard it pronounced differently. It's the same thing as the Caribbean discussion. Caribbean there, done that. Unk, are you gonna stream longer or nah? I was supposed to end my stream 2 hours ago because I wanted to record something. And I'm still sitting here. So if you think I can give you the answer to your question, you're dead wrong. But I need to pee though. That is a fact. I can tell you that much. I'm gonna go and do that. Do I wash my hands afterwards? Yes. I literally talked to you guys about it earlier. When I said that You legit gotta sleep? Nah, dude, sleep is overrated, Jason. I forgot we need to fix the needle real quick. I talked about it earlier, guys. Like, I wash my hands so often. Like, I cannot go to the toilet without. Sleep is underrated. It's kind of true, though. It is kind of true. But also, Nick Von Crate's streams are underrated.
I'd hoped a strapping. Don't fret. Should you I will teach. I need you. Her name resting.
But no, I mean, it would be wise for me to stop soon, because again, I need to like do something. I need to like record something for Divinity. But I can't really stream Divinity that well. It's not a game that fits, you know, fits onto a stream. Oh, Mark is streaming, content warning. with some other friends. I don't know what that is. I'll be honest with you. Never heard of content warning. By the way, Vaughn, are you gonna be streaming tonight?
I have awaited the needle. Will you give
Some shiny hunting or something?
intended to Richard? Do you find that I would show? Well, I'm the one, a mere babe she is, but the rotting, I doubt that. Oh, I'm.
Maybe. Have you streamed? When will you stream?
Well, my flesh, it is occur.
Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, guys. Don't you worry about it.
I would rather than
I'll be there. I'll be there for you. No, it's just me and Vaughn left. Just me and you, big guy. Night, young Jay. 2 days ago, you should actually stream tonight. I mean,
my apologies. Everything, even the nightmare. Not that I could.
that gives me an excuse to end stream because I can be like, oh yeah, Vaughn's gonna pick up from here.
With the needle, my destiny. I'm with the needle, my destiny.
My destiny. I don't know, is this the point she actually moves down? I think it is, right? Yeah. Hello, my friend. What are you doing here?
Oh, something. So I
It's so funny, by the way. Like, Gallery isn't here, and Melania is here, and he leaves, but it's not just him who leaves. He literally takes his chair with him. And then Millicent goes away, moves over to Ortiz, and Gowry pops back up in this place with his chair. So that means Gowry, wherever he goes, he takes his chair.
Kindly forgiving me. And Esther, you've been as thank at the lost.
So he does actually give us some sorceries that we don't have.
Indeed. It seems the however no. As I've
And he actually does teach you a pretty interesting one later. Not right now, but later. So the question is, do we just brute force through Raya Lucaria now? I think we should be able to. Oh, Bark, what are you doing here?
You helped, please. Allow me to sigh. I'm happy. Master, do you ever? I would, well, I don't ask. I am your.
So the thing is, he actually changes the garments for free, which is kind of cool. His chair is a hidden sorcery. Imagine. He just pulls up. I mean, actually, he low-key has a secret. So it's quite the wild secret, if I'm being honest. Did confuse me a little bit. Where's the invader here? Oh, there it is. But I'll get the golden seed first. What was that? The hell? I am beyond confused. Yeah, I think we'll do Raya Lucaria real quick and then, well, at least go in there a little bit. Maybe we'll do, let's do until the Red Wolf. The thing is, it was like as if we picked something up like runes, but it was red. Where is he now? Oh, there he is.
Ah, that bloody thing. Here's a token. I'm dying. Yes, she is the but in spite. If she come, there is no shit.
Okay, so he moves on to the next place, which will be the end of his quest line. Now let's go and grab ourselves the merchant here real quick. Oh, so something died. We got HP from the... yeah, we got HP recovered from the Taker's Flame, or I guess, well, the Taker's Flame doesn't, it's just in general you get HP back from the Blasphemous Blade. So something somewhere died and we got HP for that. That's interesting. Shut up. Okay, let's get the merchant. Buy everything he has.
How can I help?
Ooh, there's actually a good bit that we need to buy off of him. Thank God I started with Fanged Imp. By the way, Fanged Imp, underrated summon. Just want to point that out.
Nervous?
I love how Elden Ring players are coming around on the Mimic tier usage. I mean, there's a lot that still hate on it. But people have kind of come around on it. And more than anything, I've seen more and more people be like, yeah, why am I not gonna use whatever the game gives us as possibilities to beat the game? I get it. From earlier, okay, yeah. Tell me about it. What other games should I play? Questions still in the room. Have I ever tried the Elder Scrolls Skyrim? Yes, I have. I have played it. I have beaten it. I have platinumed it. I streamed it on Twitch about 4 years ago. And we got 100% on it. Like the full platinum. with the DLC and everything. Still trying to figure out where the hidden path here is. I swear there is a hidden wall somewhere in this whole place that I've yet to find. But yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna go until the Red Wolf, because Raya Lucaria as a dungeon actually has so many items that we need to pick up. I just haven't made a video about Skyrim. I will when I make the video about the games that I don't want to replay, or like games that I wouldn't replay. I'll talk about Skyrim on that one. Not because Skyrim is a bad game or anything. It's just the Elder Scrolls games as RPGs, they aren't my type of game. And as much as I loved Oblivion and as much as I played Skyrim, with time I just kind of realized that the way the Elder Scrolls games are designed isn't really what I enjoy in RPGs anymore. And again, that's also the main reason that I'm not gonna be playing Starfield. Even if they decide to make it good again at some point. But yeah, again, Skyrim we've played before. But it's like, for me personally, I couldn't, like, even the last time I played Skyrim, I couldn't just play the game normally. I would always need mods for Skyrim to be enjoyable to me. And I think that's just what Bethesda nowadays. Bethesda feels like it relies too much on the mods that players have created. And you see it with Fallout, you've seen it with Skyrim, you've seen it with Starslop. It's like they almost rely on the players of the game to save it with mods eventually. And that's just, yeah, that's my main problem with it. So disgusting, that weapon. But I also think that's my main problem is, since starting the Best RPG series and making those videos, I kind of look at the game as it comes out of the box. Whereas before, you would have me have a totally different opinion about Skyrim or Fallout 4, for example. And that was all because of the mods, because the mods just made it a totally different experience for myself. I was in the chess club, yeah. Look at me now. I know, it's who's laughing now? Yes, I was in a chess club. Yeah. Who's laughing now? But yeah. That's the thing. It's just those games, if you have to look at them without any mods, just as the game itself, you see how much they are lacking in quality. How boring repeat playthroughs can be. And I'm there to review the RPG on its own and not the possibility of how good the mods are for a game. And once you start doing that, again, Skyrim really becomes a really, really empty box. I think it's Sword Factory who had like a perfect title to just describe Skyrim. I don't remember exactly what it was. I can tell you in a second. What was the title for Skyrim review? Has it been that long since he did that? Jesus Christ. A shallow experience, yeah. It's evaluating Skyrim, an extremely shallow experience. I agree with that title so much. Yeah, the loot system, for example, that's cool. I think the loot system is still decent. It can be frustrating at times, though. Like, I do like the loot system of a game, like Elden Ring, for example. Where, you know, weapons, you have your weapons that are somewhat more special, and then you have enemy dropped weapons that you can also use. But it's not like every chest. And I think what I always hate is there's so many chests, so many containers in an Elder Scrolls game you open up, and just looting feels so boring at some point. Right? You look in there and you find a rare weapon, and you look at it and it's like, well, just toss it in the garbage bin. That was the same thing for Fallout 4 for me. I would find a weapon, I'd look at it, I'd be like, into the garbage bin. Half of the time. And then you do have your special legendary weapons, and you're like, okay, cool, I'll use those. But it's not like in those games, there's so many containers, so many things to loot. And like 80% of it is not special. So you go into a dungeon and you get to the end of it and you get like an item out of a container or like out of a big chest, and you pick it up and you just end up being more disappointed because you're like, I just spent all this time on a dungeon to get this weapon. And it's nothing special or anything. And then they turn around and have like some of the coolest special weapons. Like, let's talk about all of the Daedric weapons when it comes to the Elder Scrolls games, right? All of the Daedric stuff is so freaking cool. Okay. I love how Red Wolf of Radagon every time is either like the easiest or the worst enemy in the whole game. There's no in between. He's either really easy or he's just so annoying. It's always one of the two. cool looking Pokemon. I mean, here's the deal. We could easily do Renala now. Because it's literally not that much that we have to do to get there and to do the fight. And with the Blasphemous Blade, it's gonna be done in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, max. Depending on how well I do. But it's just all of the other stuff that's around Raya Lucaria. Like all of the other loot we have to then pick up. But I mean, we could literally do that for the next stream. That would be like, we'll finish off the bosses and then we'll pick up all of the loot around Raya Lucaria. That'd be an idea. So, yep, let's see where we can jump down. Because we need to collect, like, what, 4 of the stupid masks of the Burger King crowns. I think it's like 4 of them that are around here. Pick up the Glintstone Wet Blade, just in case we ever want to use a cold infusion on a weapon. And then we'll pick up the first mask that's over here, so that we have it. By the way, like, one of the first mods I had to install when getting the PC version was a transmog for the armor. Because it just bothers me that I can't switch around armor sets. Like the looks. Because I want to have the effect of one, and then I want it to look like something else. That's like the one thing that I love so much about Painted Grail, was the aspect of me getting to change the outfit to whatever I wanted it to be. Like, transmog for armor is such a neat feature. Moongrum, the Parry the platypus? Parry these nuts? Got him. I get why people are saying that the Blasphemous Blade is so good. It actually also just cooks NPC enemies, so there's that. Because they don't seem, at least a couple of ones we fought, they don't seem to react to the attack, like to the Ash of War. They don't seem to move out the way. Hello there, wanna look at my big eye? And the cool thing is it scales with faith as well. Look at it burn. Damn, boy. I think there was one guy in the room behind me, was there? Yep. He's still firing at the wall. I think they can't see in those crowns. They're kind of blind. seek revenge. I mean, we can't really do anything here. It's funny to think that those guys literally are standing there, and if they see someone coming, they're like, roll the ball. Roll the ball, boys. Okay. Let's get it. So I think the only enemies that the Blasphemous Blade will be useless against will be the magma worms. I think they should be able to withstand the magma attack, the Taker's Flames. It's crazy, this is actually the longest I took to get to Renala in my last couple of runs. Like, I've never waited this long to go to her. Is this New Game Plus? No. It's just New Game. We will do New Game Plus on this run though. Because we need to. So we need to get every item and some boss remembrance we can't copy. Like, we can't copy all of them.
Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence he hides.
So the thing is, I most likely will drop the Golden Order seal. And we'll get the Erdtree seal in here in a sec, because I'm gonna change my stats around, as we talked about for the last couple of streams, that we want to go pure faith with the build. Well, not pure, but you know what I mean. Rebirth, yes please. So these will stay. These will stay because they're the base requirements of the Blasphemous Blade. And there we go. We now have the Erdtree seal, which we can wield. And we could technically remove Radagon's Saw Seal as well. Which might actually be a good idea. Because I just hate the debuff on it, or the increased damage you take. You know what? Let's go and take out a tree. Do people still do PvP at the Colosseums? Honestly, I don't think so. I think people will do like normal PvP stuff, like invading people and you know, that type of stuff. But I don't think that there's anyone who really still goes in and does the Colosseum. I don't think so. There we go, Putrid Avatar with Scarab and Foulfoot gives us unfortunately there's like no boss in between that I can manage to still get while the Foulfoot is active. Hey bear. What? Actual first enemy who saw this coming? I should really put like the Foulfoot, maybe, on like one of these quick slots, so I can maybe use them. Hey man, yeah, if I'm still awake and you're alive, I'll probably check in. But appreciate you showing up, Ron. But I'll call it a day here in a sec anyways. I mean, I've wanted to end stream 2.5 hours ago. But it is what it is. Shit just sometimes happens. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go back and get the other Erdtree in here, and then the Erdtree Spirit at the start. Avatar, not Spirit. And then I'm gonna head to bed too. Oh shit. Maybe I should actually look at the game. Hey man, you have a good night. Well, not good night, but you know. A good shift, I guess. And yeah, maybe I'll see you on stream. Have a good one, my dude. God damn it. It's me against Torrent every goddamn time, isn't it? Anyways, Blasphemous Blade. Like, if I pick up the... I mean, I have it, the jump attack talisman. But if I equip that, I'd be even stronger. Okay, we have one more left over. 2, 1, 2. Two and Liurnia that will quickly do. Then I really need to go. But I really want to continue using the Blasphemous Blade in this setup. And I might as well just get the other DLC talisman. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. The two-handing one. There we go. 6k. Oh, that's how you get the rupture. This one. Because I don't think we have this one yet. Nope, we don't have him yet. Cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back so I remember. It's the debate parlor. And that's what we're gonna pick up tomorrow. We're gonna go from the debate parlor and do all of the Raya Lucaria stuff. Basically check out every nook and cranny of it. Get all of the items. All of the... everything basically we can get. All of... There's a lot of the stupid masks. As I said, there's I think 3 or 4 of them that we still have to get. So we got the first one. I think there's way more of them. So we'll have to see with that. But yeah. We're gonna jump into that tomorrow and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm headed to bed now, guys. Hope all of you have a beautiful rest of the day. Good night, whatever time it is for you. And the lights are out. Goodbye. You can still kind of see me.